Following your joy. A spiritual journey to higher frequencies. I used to think that being spiritual meant I had to meditate for hours, decode ancient texts, and basically become a whole new person. It all felt so complicated, and if I'm being honest, a little draining. I was about to give up on the whole thing until I stumbled upon the most powerful spiritual practice of all, and it was something I already had inside me, following my joy. When you feel spiritually centered, happiness is a natural state. When your body, mind, and spirit are aligned, it just gets easier to feel joy and fulfillment in your life. In this video, I'm going to share the simple, practical steps I took to tune into my own joy, elevate my spiritual energy, and completely change my life's direction. This isn't about adding more to your to-do list. It's about coming home to your most authentic self. I'll show you exactly how I did it and how you can too. If you've ever felt that spiritual growth was supposed to be a struggle, this video is for you. And if you're ready to make your spiritual practice feel less like a chore and more like a celebration, be sure to hit that subscribe button because we're just getting started. Let's talk about frequency or vibration. It can sound a little out there, but think of it like this. Everything is energy. Think about music. A low, heavy bass note feels completely different from a high, light flute note, right? Our emotions and thoughts can feel the same way. Feelings like fear, anger, and sadness often feel dense, heavy, and low. But feelings of love, gratitude, and especially joy, they feel light, expansive, and high. So raising your spiritual frequency is really just a metaphor for intentionally tuning your own energy to those higher, lighter states. It's about consciously choosing to feel good. The journey I'm about to share is how I learned to stop wrestling with those low energy feelings and instead make joy my go-to state. Section 1. The first step, permission to feel joy. The first and honestly most important step was giving myself permission to feel joy without feeling guilty about it. For so long, I thought spirituality had to be about discipline, sacrifice, and constantly digging into my shadow self. And while there's absolutely a time and place for that deep work, I was totally missing the other half of the picture. I was so focused on what was wrong with me that I forgot to even look for what was right. My turning point came on a random Tuesday. I was feeling overwhelmed, trying to force myself to meditate, and it just wasn't happening. I felt like a spiritual failure, totally frustrated. I gave up, put on an old playlist from when I was a teenager, and just started dancing around my living room. For the first time in months, I felt light. I felt free. I felt joyful. And a question just popped into my head. What if this counts? What if this feeling right here is the whole point? That was my aha moment. Joy isn't a distraction from the work. It is the work. It's a high vibration feeling that aligns you with your most authentic self. So the first step is all in your head. Let go of the idea that growth has to be a struggle. Give yourself permission to do things just because they make you happy. Whether it's dancing, painting, singing off key in your car, or something you loved as a kid, that joy is your spiritual compass. Schedule it, prioritize it, see it not as a guilty pleasure, but as a sacred practice. This one shift in perspective is the foundation for everything else. Section 2. The practical steps to a high-frequency life. Once I gave myself permission, I started looking for real practical ways to bring more joy into my day-to-day life. It wasn't about some massive overnight change, but small, consistent actions that helped me feel lighter and more energized every day. Here are the steps that made the biggest difference for me. Step 1. Conscious breathing to welcome joy. Your breath is the bridge between your body and your spirit. When you're stressed, your breath gets shallow. When you're happy and relaxed, it's deep and full. I started using my breath as a tool to consciously shift my state. Instead of just breathing, I started to breathe in joy. Here's the simple practice I started doing. A few times a day, I'd just pause and take 3 deep, intentional breaths. On the inhale, I'd visualize breathing in bright golden light, the very essence of joy. On the exhale, I'd release any stress, tension, or heavy thoughts. I especially love the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7, and then exhale slowly for 8. This super simple practice calms your nervous system and sends a powerful signal to your body that it's safe to relax and feel good. It's a physical way to tune your energy to a state of peace, making it much easier for joy to show up. Step 2, curate what you consume. I had a realization that just as the food we eat affects our physical energy, everything we consume with our senses affects our spiritual energy. This is all about conscious consumption. I started to really pay attention to how things made me feel. For me, this meant curating my social media feeds, unfollowing accounts that sparked envy or anxiety, and following artists, poets, and nature photographers instead. It meant turning off the fear-driven evening news and putting on uplifting podcasts or calming music. It also applied to the people I spent time with. Surrounding yourself with positive, uplifting people naturally helps you feel more positive too. Your environment truly matters. Ask yourself, does this movie, this song, this conversation, this meal make me feel lighter or heavier? Choose lighter every chance you get. You're creating a sanctuary for your spirit, and that starts with being a mindful gatekeeper of what you let in. Step 3, the power of a gratitude. Loop, gratitude is one of the fastest ways to lift your spirits. It instantly shifts your focus from what you think you're missing to the abundance you already have. I used to see gratitude as another chore, something else to write down in a journal. But then I reframed it as a joy scavenger hunt. At the end of each day, I'd lie in bed and mentally scan my day, specifically looking for little moments of joy. It could be as small as the taste of my morning coffee, a funny text a friend sent me, or the way the clouds looked in the sky. I would hold on to one of those moments and really feel the gratitude for it in my body. This creates a powerful positive feedback loop. The more you look for joy, the more joy you find. And the more you feel gratitude for that joy, the more you attract circumstances that bring even more of it into your life. It's a beautiful, self-sustaining cycle that tunes your energy to abundance and happiness. Before we get to my final and maybe most transformative step, I want to hear from you. What is one small thing that brings you authentic joy? It could be anything, a song, a place, a memory. Share it in the comments below. When you share, you not only acknowledge your own joy, but you might just inspire someone else to find theirs. Your energy really does make a difference. Section 3, the final steps. Step 4, move your body, shift your energy. Stagnant energy often leads to a low mood. The quickest way to break that up is to simply move your body. For me, it was dancing in my living room, but it can be anything. Yoga, walking, stretching, or swimming. Physical movement literally shakes up your energetic field and releases endorphins, those natural feel-good chemicals. I started a little practice I call energy shifting movement. Whenever I felt a low mood creeping in, frustration, sadness, boredom, I'd put on one song and just move for 3 minutes. No rules, no choreography, just letting my body move in whatever way felt good. It's amazing how quickly you can go from feeling heavy and stuck to feeling light and energized. This isn't about exercising for fitness. It's about moving for your soul. It's like physically declaring, I'm choosing to feel better right now. Step 5, connect with nature's energy. Nature has this incredible grounding and centering energy. Spending time outdoors is like plugging yourself into a universal charger. It can help cleanse negative energy and reconnect you to your higher self. Even just 15 minutes a day can make a huge difference. I made a non-negotiable promise to myself to get outside every single day. Some days it was a long walk in the woods, feeling the earth under my feet. Other days it was just sitting on a park bench, listening to the birds and feeling the sun on my skin. When you consciously engage with nature, touching the bark of a tree, noticing the intricate design of a leaf, breathing in the fresh air, you begin to sync your own rhythm with the rhythm of the earth. This practice grounds you, calms you, and effortlessly lifts your spirits, reminding you that you are part of something vast, beautiful, and inherently peaceful. Conclusion. So that's my journey. I went from thinking that spiritual alignment was this complicated uphill battle to realizing it's actually a joyful return to my truest self. It's not about forcing yourself to become something you're not. It's about letting go of what's weighing you down so you can rise to the light, joyful energy that is your natural state. The steps are simple. Give yourself permission to feel joy. Use your breath to welcome it. Curate your sensory diet to support your well-being. Practice gratitude like it's a scavenger hunt. Move your body to shift your energy and connect with nature to recharge your spirit. This path is available to every single one of us. It doesn't require special tools or secret knowledge, just a willingness to choose joy. Start small. Pick one thing from this video that resonates with you and try it today. Notice how it feels. Your feelings are your guide on this journey. Thank you so much for being here and sharing this space with me. If this video helped you, please give it a like. Subscribe for more on living a high vibration life. And always remember, your joy is not a luxury. It is your most direct path back to you.